Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. We'll start as usual, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and letting the body do whatever it wants. All right, let's do some hip circles. So first we'll warm up the hands. We can open the feet up about shoulder width. Warm up the back. Give ourselves a little back massage, kidney massage. And then we'll slide the hands up over the kidneys as much as we can. Bend the knees and circle those hips. Change direction. Okay, back to center. Relax the arms, let the arms be loose, and let's swing side to side. Make gentle fists, tap the shoulder well, and around the low back. A few more. Okay, we'll come back to center. And let's get into our sides. So shoulders back and down. We'll inhale here. Exhale, just lean to one side, relax the shoulders. When you're ready to inhale, come back center. Exhale to the other side. Let's just do a few at our own pace. Okay, we'll come back to center, give ourselves a little shake. Place ourselves at the top of the mat. Let's take a moment in mountain. We can lift the toes. Imagine an upward pull through the crown of the head and the base of the skull. Spread those toes, bring them down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Now, as usual, let's do some flat backs. So slide the hands up anywhere you like on the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. We'll do a few at our own pace. And the next time we fold, let's bring the hands to the earth. Step back to a plank. Take a breath or two. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And we'll do a few cobra up, down. So exhale, down. Inhale, up. Just do a few. Okay, take it back, down dog or child's pose, whichever you prefer. Spread out those fingers. Whichever pose you're in, press the weight back. Relax the head. So if you're in child's pose, make your way to all fours. If you're in down dog, stay in down dog. Inhale, extend the leg you want to step forward. Exhale towards the hands. Bring the back foot down for warrior two. And let's come on up. So big stance, small stance, whatever you like. We'll start by just circling the front knee and just letting the whole body just kind of follow in a relaxed way. Other direction. Okay, let's land in the warrior two. If you need to readjust your feet at all, go for it. So front leg nice and bent, back leg nice and strong. If you want, float the arms up, whatever you feel like with the arms for the first set of breaths. And then we'll do a little dancing warrior flow. We'll turn the head towards the bent leg. Okay, so let's add our dancing warrior and our forward one. So we inhale here. Exhale, forearm towards the thigh. If it can rest, perfect. If not, it just tucks in. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, backhand back. And we lean back. And we try to keep the legs stable in the warrior two throughout. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go at your own pace. Couple more. Okay, come back to center, straighten the leg. Take a moment to release through the hips. So we're getting ready for triangle and then half moon. So if you know you like the block for either of those, just have it ready. All right, if you need to readjust the legs at all, go ahead. In the triangle, we can let our back hip kind of curl forward. Yeah, so let's get into it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Drop the hands, top arm either up or down, and just make sure your upper body is on top of your lower body. So if you're really like leaning forward like this, you might want to just come a little higher where it's easier to be in line with the leg. So as usual, let's take about 10 breaths. Oh yeah, and imagine a support for the head. Couple more. Okay, if your top arm is up, put it on the hip. Bend your front knee. Take your block if you're using it. Slide it out like the whole arm's distance in front of you, outside the foot. So not in line with the front foot, but outside the front foot. We can see if we can do a big launch right into our half moon, or we can walk the back foot in. We shift the weight. See if that back leg's willing to lift. Do our best to stack hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. If you're feeling very confident, you can look to the side or even up. Maybe the top arm will lift. And let's take a few long, deep breaths. Both sides of the torso long. Okay, now we'll see if we can land back into the warrior two. So we bend to the front knee. We just do our best, like always. See if that back foot can come down, and we'll come up. So warrior two legs, but actually we're going to revolve triangle. So triangle legs. So let the back hip forward. And since we're revolving, we could even step this back leg forward a little bit to make this action, the revolving action, easier. So let's be like really kind and considerate of our knees. So maybe step the back foot forward a little bit towards the long edge of the mat. Now the revolved triangle, it could be somewhere here, just holding onto your leg, taking the top shoulder, pulling it back. Or you could use the block, could be somewhere here. Or if you're really, really comfortable with the block outside the foot, somewhere here. So let's just find a revolved triangle that works for us today. So go ahead. And again, focus on somewhere where you can get a really nice rotation, where you can pull that top shoulder back. This pose is a bit of a tricky one. Keep the legs strong to keep the balance. The top arm has the option of coming up. And again, if that back leg wants to move, if the heel wants to move back a little, let it. Let's make it as easy for ourselves as possible. Okay, about 5 more breaths if it's okay. All right. Bring the arm down. Turn both feet forward. Put them in a line. And let's just relax into a forward bend. Whew, so strong legs. Let the head go. Okay, we'll add a rotation. So you might like a block underneath the hand. We'll put the hands like kind of centered between the legs, underneath the shoulder, and then trying to keep the hips in a line so we can even bring the back hand to the sacrum. We'll start to pull that shoulder up, keeping the back, the sacrum like flat. And then if you're okay here, you can lift the top arm. All right, with an exhale, bring it down. And let's go right into the other side. So set up the bottom hand. Take the other hand to the sacrum. Feel how nice and flat it is. We can lengthen the spine through the crown. And make sure the hand is comfortable. You can always walk it a little forward or a little back if it's too forward. Okay, so try to keep the sacrum flat. Start pulling the shoulder up. And then if you want, the arm can come up too. Okay, bring it down. Now let's walk back towards the front of the mat. So we'll turn the feet towards the front, coming into a lunge. Take a couple of breaths in the lunge. So you can have the hands on the blocks if the floor isn't comfortable. Okay, you might really want the blocks here if you have them. We'll walk the hands back a little and see if we can straighten that front leg. Maybe pull the toes up towards us. My arm's in the way. There you go. So pull the toes towards us if we can. If not, just straighten. Just do your best for today. You can always find a different version. If the hands are getting tired, you can come to fists. And just about 3 more breaths. We can lengthen the spine on the inhales and bring the belly towards the thigh on the exhales. Okay, bring the foot down. We're going to sneak in one more thing. So the back knee can be down or up. Hand to opposite the front leg on the floor or on a block. Other hand on the thigh. Let's press, rotate. And then, of course, we have the option of lifting the arm. All right, bring the hand down when you're ready. Step it back to a plank. Let's lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose or down dog, whichever feels more nourishing. And relax the head. Okay, let's make our way either to tabletop, or if we're in down dog, we can stand down dog. Extend the other leg. Exhale the foot towards the hands. Back foot comes down for warrior two. And we come up. So relax the shoulders, the arms. Keep everything loose and let's circle the front knee. Change direction. Land in the warrior two. Whatever you feel like with the arms for the first set of breaths. And if you want to readjust the legs at all, feel free. Okay, let's go into our dancing warrior flow. So we try to keep the legs nice and stable. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, forward, forearm towards the thigh. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, back. So go at your own pace, of course. A couple more. Okay, come back. Warrior two. Whoo, straighten the leg. Shifting those hips. Okay, if you're going to be using the block for the triangle or the half moon, have it close by. And let's remind ourselves in triangle, we can let the back hip kind of roll forward a little bit. Relax those shoulders. Lengthen up through the crown. Inhale. Exhale, reach. When you're happy with the reaching, drop the hand, see where it wants to land. And remember, we want to avoid going forward and bring ourselves right on top of the leg. So it might help to come up a little higher. Top arm up or on the hip, whatever you prefer. Imagine a support for the head. And let's breathe. Hands comes to hip. Bend the front knee. Grab the block if you're using it. Slide it forward towards the outer edge of the foot, about an arm's distance forward. We can walk the back foot in or see if we can launch. Do our best to stack hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Maybe the top arm comes up. Long, deep breaths. And I know there's a lot going on, but if we can try to still imagine that support for the head, let's do it. Okay, we'll see if we can land back into the triangle. And come up. Take your block with you if you're using it. So revolve triangle. Let's remind ourselves, make it easy on the knees. So maybe the back foot can go forward towards the long edge of the mat. So we can really let that back hip kind of roll with us. And once we're in it, we can even keep rotating the foot, bringing the toes forward, just to make it easier on the back leg. Okay, so find the version of a revolved triangle you'd like for today. So maybe it's just with the hand on the leg, maybe the block on the inside or the block on the outside. Set yourself up, and let's breathe into the pose. Okay, come out of it. Bring the block aside. Come onto the back toes. Yeah, I think we'll go right from here. We'll skip the wide leg forward bend. So back on the toes, we'll take a few breaths into the lunge. So you can have the blocks under the hands for sure. You might need to step your back foot back a little. A few breaths here. And now we'll see if we can straighten that front leg. So we can move the hands back a little. And if we're okay here, we can maybe pick up the toes of the front leg. So each inhale, the spine lengthens. Each exhale, stomach towards the thigh a little more. Okay, let's bring the foot down. Now the back knee can stay up or come down. Last thing here is a rotation. So hand on thigh, rotate, and the hands can stay on the thigh or come up. All right, bring the hand down, step it back to a plank. Let's lower knees, chest, chin. And we'll take ourselves into a sphinx. So bring the forearms down, the elbows. We can aim them under the knees or bring them forward if that's more comfortable. You might notice I did a little rock of the hips just to get the hip bones down into the earth. Let's drag the forearms towards us. Lift up through the heart, the crown. Long, deep breaths. next set of breaths, as long as you're okay here, we can drop the head and just kind of play with squeezing the shoulders, looking for a release in the back of the neck. You can also kind of move your head while it's down here. Okay, let's make our way to a child's pose, or if you prefer a down dog, that's an option too. I'm going to do a wide leg child's pose with my knees out to the sides. Walk forward, make sure my head is supported, if not by the floor with a block or a blanket. Okay, come out of it when you're ready, whatever pose you're in. It's a good moment to put on socks, any extra clothing. If there's anything you need for Shavasana, you could have it close by for relaxation if you have some blankets or props. And then when you're ready, we'll go into our usual twist. So bottom leg extended or bent, top leg inside or outside. And if you're going outside, you can take your bottom leg and move it towards the middle a little. Okay, before we go into twist, we just interlace. Proud, open chest, long spine, relax the face, long, deep breaths. Okay, take it into the twist, twisting towards the bent leg. Catch on however you like, so it could be with the hand. You could wrap the elbow, whatever. Backhand comes behind, spine stays long. Position the head wherever it's comfortable. Just be careful not to pinch at the back of the neck. So keep the back of the neck long. Avoid the chin going up. the twist, turn the head to center. Okay, we'll come out of it and go right into the other side. So see how you want to position yourself. Interlaced, long spine, proud, open chest. Take it into the twist. Keep the twist, turn the head to center. Okay, come out of it. Let's make our way down onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest for a couple of breaths. Let's go ahead and stretch both legs up. If you like working with a strap, you can have a strap. If not, you just have the hands on the sides of the legs. We'll press up through the heels. And with the exhales, invite the legs a little closer to the torso, just to whatever degree is comfortable. Trying to keep a straight leg, so really pushing up through the heels. A few breaths. Okay. Bring the feet down to the earth. Take up one knee. Brace behind the knee with the fingers. Beside the knee with the thumbs. Keep the leg at 90 degrees so you can't see your own foot. Let's do some ankle circles. Other direction. Okay, we can give it a little shake and just a little circle of the hip. And the other direction. Okay, bring the foot down, other side. So fingers behind the knee, thumbs beside the knee. Keep the leg 90 degrees so we can't see the foot. And circle the ankle. Other direction. All right, shake it out and circle. Other direction. Okay. Both feet come down. Let's do our shoulder, neck, upper back release. So we grab the elbows right on top of the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale to one side. Inhale center. Exhale to the other side. Go with your breath. Let the neck be relaxed. The head can just do whatever it wants. Come back to center. Exhale towards the head. Inhale center. Exhale towards the head. Come back to center. Change the cross of the arms. And side to side again. Inhale. Exhale to the side. Come back to center. Exhale towards the head. Okay, release and just go into any version of twists that you like. If there's anything else that would help you prepare for relaxation, go ahead and do that. All right, once you're happy with that, let's set ourselves up for relaxation. So, any way you like to do it, I'm going to do my usual knees bends, leaning one into the other. Make any adjustments you can to make sure you're warm and comfortable. Chin gently tucked in, forehead sloping down. And of course, the most important adjustment, giving ourselves permission to relax. Let's let ourselves let everything go. Gently wake the body up. Inviting movement. Give ourselves a full body stretch. And once nice and stretched, knees to chest. Give ourselves a little hug. Maybe rock side to side. And eventually all the way to one side. Take a breath or two. And with the strength of the arms, press up. Make our way into any comfortable seated position. And we'll close with some head turns. So one hand on one knee, the hand on top of the hand. Inhale the head towards the hands. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Go at your own pace. Come back to center for a breath or two. And other side. Hand on the knee, hand on top of the hand. Inhale. Exhale over the shoulder. Okay, come back to center. Let's close with a bow. Honoring, acknowledging light, love, wisdom within all. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good practice. I'll see you again Thursday over on Google Meet and Friday back here on YouTube. for back care and breath aware gentle yoga and qigong. It's our 100th class, so it's very exciting. So take care, everyone. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you so much again. Bye.